Never give up, because great things take time. Our successful Fijian segment tonight features a 60-year-old juice seller who has been selling juice for more than 2 decades to provide for her family. Meeting the educational needs of her 5 children, Makera Mbui says everything was difficult at the beginning, but it eventually got easier. Senia Nimboila reports.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
It was back in 1992 when Makera Mbui of Mbau Island began her juice business in the capital city. Mbui says it was the only option for her in order to provide for her family.
I first started with my juice business in the Nganilau house, which is now known as the Telecom building. I'm selling juice for more than 20 years now. As a mom, I'm blessed that I was able to raise my children with the juice money that I collected every day. I always sell juice to support my husband, who was a PWD temporary worker then. Sometimes they call him to work and sometimes they don't. Most of them don't work during the festive season, so the juice money was what that caters for my family's needs.
With a cup of juice costing 30 cents then, her income was not enough to cater for her family expenses.
Sometimes when it rains, there is less income, so when the weather is good, I can earn $60 a day. I had to bake roti to cover for my juice expenses. I had to fetch water from the market and carry it all the way to where my juice stall was. It was not easy.
We took one day at a time, as selling juice not only put all her 5 children to school, she was also able to meet the family's daily needs and continue building her business.
My children were my inspiration, a reason for me to move an extra mile, to provide for them, and my husband always supports me. I always wanted to show them that life is not easy and they should move on no matter what happens.
Seeing the children fight their way up to the top was never a surprise for her, as she allowed them to see her everyday struggles.
4 of my children are now working while the youngest is still in school. Now I only have to sell juice on Sundays to cater for me and my husband, and not every day.
Mbui says you must have a lot of patience in order to succeed in life.
For us women, we have to be very supportive and be a role model to our children. They always look up to us, and what we will teach them will stay with them forever. We have to be patient because no great thing is created suddenly.
She says being patient is not about doing nothing. It's about constantly doing everything you can in order to better your life. Senia Nimboila, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank.